The next last topic of discussion is the numerical integration. Now, as the word suggests, numerical integration, integration will be done with the values or by the table which is available applying certain formula. So in the numerical integration, we will be discussing about three different techniques. One of them is called as trapezoidal rule. Second one is called as Simpson's one-third rule, and the last one will be known as or referred as Simpson's 3/8 rule. Why numerical integration is covered in this particular topic, finite differences? Because it is based on the equal spacing of the intervals. As we all have studied in the forward difference operator delta, one of the value is a, other value is a plus h, a plus 2h. So consistently, if you see, the interval of differencing is h, which is greater than 0, or we also call it as a common difference, right? So ultimately, these are the arguments which have the common interval, and therefore in these formulae also we will be interested in calculating the number of parts, how many parts we can equally divide that particular interval, and what can be the common difference. So why numerical integration is to be studied? Certain integrals we cannot solve by using the conventional or the traditional methods, and therefore whenever it becomes a problem of a definite integration, applying certain techniques, you can easily find out the value without actually doing the integration. We will not do actual integration, but with the formula we can easily find out the value of the integration, and these three particular formulae helps us to get the simplification. So we come across varieties of problems which involve integral, but they cannot be solved by analytical techniques. So here the concept of numerical integration comes to solve the problem. It is nothing but, the numerical integration is nothing but the process of computing the value of a definite integral from the tabulated values of f of x. What does this represent? This represents the definite integral. For any given function, it has to be integrated between the limits a to b. What will be this b? B will be the last value of the range or the interval. How is that value obtained? That value is obtained by incrementing by h one by one or one after the other. What is h? H is the common interval. So अगर आपका a 0 है, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, h consistently is 1. So higher limit अगर आप 5 values तक जाते हो तो accordingly that will be the value starting from x0, x1, x2, x3 up to so on. So a to b is nothing but a particular range or the interval in which that function has to be integrated from the tabulated value. So in general, y of x is nothing but f of a plus nh or f of a plus rh, and it has to be integrated between the limits x is equal to a to x is equal to b. So that is how the mathematical deduction by the Taylor's series expansion, what you have discussed. So ultimately, not going into much detail of this derivation, I have to just keep in mind that whenever you have the function y of x is equal to f of a plus rh, where AB, the interval AB is divided into n equal parts of each width h, so that B minus A is equal to n into h. What is B? B is the upper end of the interval. What is A? A is the lower end of the interval. What is n? N is the number of parts, number of equal parts at which it will be divided. In how many equal parts this particular range or interval will be divided. And what is h signifying? H is signifying the common difference, कि कितने इंटरवल या पार्ट्स में वो डिवाइड होगा with common difference as what number, that is representing width h. So you need to keep in mind this important formula, b minus a is equal to n into h. So there are various methods of evaluating the integrals numerically. These are trapezoidal rule, Simpson's one-third rule, and Simpson's 3/8 rule. Now what does trapezoidal rule says that? Consider the area. See, the interpretation of the definite integral is area under the curve. So ultimately whatever is the integral denoted by range a to b, it is ultimately the area what we will be calculating under the curve. So area bounded by two coordinates x is equal to x0 and x is equal to x1, their corresponding values are y0 and y1. Therefore integration representing between x0 to x1 f of x dx is nothing but the area A. So what is the formula when we have to apply the trapezoidal rule? Integral a to b y dx is h by 2 y0 plus yn. Y0 is the initial value, first value, yn is the last value, and plus 2 multiplied by the remaining values y1, y2, y3, y4 up to yn minus 1. Here whatever may be n is either even or n is odd. So in that case this particular integral of y is nothing but any function of x to be integrated between a to b. A पता है, b पता है, n b minus a will be n into h. Either n will be given or h will be given. So accordingly you can have the corresponding values of y for corresponding or respective x. x0, x1, x2, x3, x4 निकल जाएगा. Their corresponding values will be y0, y1, y2, y3, y4 and so on. So taking down the derivatives over there, integration a to b y dx by means of trapezoidal rule will be h by 2 multiplied by y0 plus yn plus 2 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 up to yn minus 1. First and last extreme terms should be added, remaining will be multiplied by 2 whether n is even or n is odd. Simpson's 1/3 rule. For application of this rule, total number of ordinates must be odd. Total number of ordinates must be odd. Ordinates का मतलब है values of y. y0 को छोड़कर आपके जितने भी y रहेंगे वो even होना चाहिए. So even plus y0 will give you in total the number as odd. y1, y2, y3, y4. How many values are there? 4. And along with that y0 will be added. So 4 plus 1 कितना हो गया? 5. So initially they are taking the pair as x0, y0, x1, y1, xn, yn. So there has to be how many points? N plus 1 number of points which are evenly spaced with interval difference as h. So total number of ordinates means values will be n which must be odd. So how many points are there? n plus 1 points are there. x0 एक अकेला है, x1, x2, x3, x4. So accordingly we will be having the n plus 1 number of points. So by using Simpson's 1/3 rule, the condition is ordinates, number of ordinates must be odd. Accordingly total number of ordinates अगर odd हो गए तो total number of points कैसे रहेंगे आपके? Odd plus 1 will be even. n is an even number. So a is equal to x0 to xn f of x dx. What is the formula? 1/3 rule है, इसीलिए क्या करेंगे? h by 3 बराबर है. In the trapezoidal rule it was h by 2. Here it is h by 3. Extreme का addition, first and last term, 4 multiplied by all odd terms, 2 multiplied by all even number of terms. Even terms means y2, y4, y6 and so on. Odd terms will be y1, y3, y5, y7, etc. So this is how we try to implement or apply the Simpson's 1/3 rule. So just you need to first write down all the observations which we call it as ordinates, corresponding values y0, y1, y2 for x0, x1, x2. वो कैसे पता चलेगा? Common interval of differencing पर से apply the formula. Simpson's 3/8 rule. For application of this rule, total number of ordinates must be multiples of 3. Multiples of 3 means 3, 6, 9, etc. These many number of ordinates must be there which are multiples of 3. So x0, y0 पहला point, x1, y1, xn, yn. ऐसे कितने points हो गए? n plus 1 point. x0, x1, xn are evenly spaced. What is the interval of differencing? h. इंटीग्रेशन x0 to xn f of x dx निकालना है. 1/3 था तो h by 3 था, 3/8 है so 3h by 8 है. फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट टर्म का एडिशन एज इट इज रहेगा. यहां पर how it was in Simpson's 1/3, 4 multiplied by odd, 2 multiplied by even. Here it is 2 multiplied by multiple of 3 and remaining will be 3 multiplied by सारा जो भी बचा हुआ है. So that is n is multiple of 3. 2 multiplied by whatever will be the terms multiple of 3. y3, y6, y9 are the terms which are multiple of 3. 3 multiplied by remaining all terms. इसमें odd even ऐसा कुछ नहीं. Whatever may be the combination you can do with it. When number of sub interval is not given, we choose n is equal to 6 because n is the least number which satisfy all conditions of the above 3 rules. So this is how the rough background or the introduction